Welcome class, today we'll be split into classes. Classes in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition can best be summed up as the role you play in your party. Now just a heads up, this is going to be a quick description of each class, and if any of them sound interesting to you, please go check out the description down below, where you can find a link to get your own version of the player's handbook for free, along with each page you can find your class on. With that being said, let's start, shall we? Barbarians are the perfect class for those who love high-risk, high-reward gameplay. If you're the Barbarian in your party, you're the hardier one with a d12 hit die. Barbarians typically focus on strength and constitution, but you don't need to worry about your other ability scores because of your Rage ability, giving you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, along with advantage on all strength-based checks. Another perk is Reckless Attack, which gives you advantage on all attacks you make in that round. However, at the cost of attacks against you are made with advantage. Fighters are like your typical knight, preferring strength and dexterity, so whatever weapon they pick up, they're deadly with. If you're the party's fighter, you're probably the tank because you have the highest armor class. Along with that, you are a pure damage dealer with your extra attack ability gifted to you by your class. And if you're the indecisive type, this class is perfect for you, with a multitude of different subclasses that can fill in many roles that your party may need. Want to be support? Become a battle master. Want to be a pure DPS champion? Become the champion fighter. Or just be a cowboy as a gunslinger. Now, if the fighter sounded interesting but you want to heal people, a paladin is the way. Focusing on strength and charisma, you can be the tank and fill in multiple roles at the same time. The paladin can be perfect support with their aura ability, allowing them to add their charisma modifier to any save made within 15 feet of them by an ally. A capable healer with their Lay on Hands ability, giving them a pool of healing points equal to their paladin level times 5 that they can use in action to use on someone. Along with that, you are a half-caster with spell, but you don't need to worry about taking any healing spells. You'll need them for your smites! Are weapons too complicated? Would you rather beat someone with your fists while only wearing fuzzy slippers and a bathrobe? Monks are just that. With a focus on wisdom and dexterity, you'll be hard to hit with your unarmored defense, allowing you, while not wearing any armor, to use your wisdom and dexterity modifier as your armor class, along with your unarmored movement, making you one of the fastest classes in D&D. You'll also hit like a truck with your martial arts die, allowing you to use your dexterity modifier in place of your strength modifier when using a weapon or just your fists. So as a monk, you'll zoom around the battlefield, beat your enemies, and by the time they notice you hit them, you'll be halfway across the field again. Wishing for something more refined than the monk? Rogues might just be that for you. Preferring to focus on dexterity and one skill of your choice, either wisdom, intelligence, or charisma, rogues may lack in attacks per round, but make up for with their sneak attack ability, allowing them to add in a handful of d6s whenever they attack with a finesse or ranged weapon. Along with their expertise, you can fill in many roles, and be a great information gatherer through whatever means you choose. Do you prefer nature to people? Rangers can help you with that. Rangers focus on dexterity and wisdom. Along with that, they are natural explorers with great memories. They have favorite terrains and favorite enemies that grants them advantages when dealing with those enemies or terrains. Additionally, Rangers have a special spell list allowing them to be healers, crowd control, or just pure damage dealers. But maybe that's not enough nature for you and you truly want to become one with it. Druids are rangers who got lost in the forest and said, "Fuck it, I live here now." Druids primarily focus on wisdom and one stat of their choice. With this class, you gain the power of nature itself, having access to a wide assortment of spells from everything to healing to damage, making you a great support or DPS character. Along with that, you have an ability to transform into beasts while being in control of yourself, making you a decent tank. Maybe you would rather have a bit of the divine. A cleric is just that for you. Gaining their powers from a worship of a god, clerics focus on the same stats as a druid, along with having their own special spell list, allowing them to just as easily introduce you to their god as they can bring you back. And this is why, adventurers, we say never piss off the cleric. Maybe you're more of an entrepreneur. Maybe constant devotion is too exhausting. Warlocks have a get power quick scheme just right for you. Being a charisma caster that gains their power through a powerful patron, at the cost of only having a handful of spell slots before needing a nap. Warlocks are an amazingly diverse class with their invocations, making every warlock special and different in their own way. But the drawback to being a warlock is get used to saying, "Eldritch Blast." Are you the type to pull yourselves up by the bootstraps? Wizards are known for gaining their power through a life of studying the arcane. With their focus on intelligence and constitution, the wizard is the ultimate utility caster, known for dealing massive amount of damage, along with being a great control caster with spells such as Wall of Force or Fire. The only drawback to being a wizard is that they're a glass cannon, able to deal a lot of damage, but not able to take a lot. So get used to referring to your party tanks as your personal meat shields. Maybe he was born with it. Then it's sorcery. The sorcerers gain their powers through a bloodline or other means. Sorcerers focus on charisma and constitution, and the special thing about the sorcerers is that they are a charisma caster. Their main ability of meta magic allows them to empower, heighten, or even quicken spells that they use, but their drawback is the same as the wizard, so just make sure to get to know your meat shields. The Bard. You're just the horny one of the party. Okay, I'll take it back. Bards are jack of all trades, master of none, but remember, it's better to be a master of none than a master of one. Bards have a focus on charisma and one stat of your choice, and these charisma casters, outside of combat, can be a valuable resource with their jack of all trades ability, making them good at things they're bad at and better at things they're good at, by adding in half their proficiency modifier to skills they are not already proficient in. In addition, Bards are one of the few classes to gain expertise, meaning they can fill in any role that's needed outside of combat. But while in combat, focus on inspiring your party and annoying your enemies, because you don't have the best selection of damaging spells.